video series. If you're here for the first time, my name is Darasimi Aroshola and this is Hear Your Children. Okay, so with me here I have someone very important. Her name is Oladejo Oluwabusayomi. She's the founder at The Priced Butcher and also the CEO Meticulous Ushers. You're welcome.
Hi.
It's so
Hi,
good
guys.
to have you here.
Good
So
afternoon.
good.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. I'm so glad to be here this afternoon to be talking about how parents can foster relationships with their children. I'm so excited to be talking about why children rebel and what parents can do to curb this rebellious attitude. What parents can do to form relationships with their children. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you once again. Okay, so let's dive right in. For the month of May, we are looking at the topic why children rebel.
Okay.
So I would like you to tell us, why do you think children rebel? Why do you think they rebel?
All right. Thank you for having me once
You're
again.
welcome.
There are a lot of reasons why children rebel, right? And it is not just children that rebel, adults rebel as well. But since we are talking about children, there are a lot of reasons why children rebel, but it all boils down to one thing, and that is lack of understanding. Parents don't understand their children, they don't understand their struggles, they don't understand their fears, they don't understand their aspirations, and all of that. So since the parents don't understand them, they don't know how to communicate with them, and that is why these children are rebellious. Another thing is communication, all right?
That's
Even
key.
Communication boils down to understanding, all right? Communication is a two-way thing, and parents don't see it like that. Most times parents they are not even communicating, they are just giving orders. That's their own form of communicating, and communication is not like that. It is a two-way thing. You should give and you should receive. But the parents in this case, they don't receive, they just give and give orders and give orders. They don't ask for the children's opinion, they don't wait for feedback. In a communication process, we learn that feedback is really very important. All right, and parents don't do this. They just pour out all their orders and everything to their children, and they don't wait for feedback, they don't get opinions. And this is still the same thing as not understanding them. So this is why children rebel, because they are not understood. If their parents don't understand them, then they don't want to understand their parents as well. Like, they have to be even.
That is key. Thank you so much. She talked about communication being the key. Also understanding, because it is not enough to communicate. You need to understand what is being communicated. So that is key. You also talked about what the last thing you talked about. Understanding. Okay, you talked about communication, understanding. It's really important. That's why most children rebel. And she said something that actually struck me is sometimes the children are like, if I talk and you don't understand me, or if you don't understand my kind of person, then I don't even want to understand you. And that is where the problem starts.
Arises.
Thank you so much. Okay, so another question is what do you think parents can do to help understand their children better? What do you think they can do to stop children from rebelling from their own part? Like, what do you think they can do?
Right. Since we've already established that communication is the problem, so the solution is still communication, right? And parents need to communicate with their children. It is not just enough to tell them, don't do this, don't do that.
Tell them your
be
why.
like this, be like that. You need to tell them why not doing that thing is the best. You need to tell them why doing this is the best. You need to tell them that this thing you are telling them is for their future. It is for their own good. It is for their own achievement. You have their best interest at heart. All right, and sometimes it really doesn't look like you have their best interest at heart. They want to go out there, they want to have fun, they want to do everything, even what they are not supposed to do, and it looks like you are just raining on their parade, you are cramping their style. At that point, they don't see the future. They don't see the future. It is the parents that see the future. All right, so you have to communicate to them that you don't understand. Like, you might not understand what I'm saying, but this is what I'm saying, this is what I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. This, you can even use your childhood experiences
As an
to
example,
communicate to
yeah.
them and tell them what you did, how it affected you, what you didn't do, how it affected you, so that they will see reason with you and then understand where you are coming from.
That is key. You just said it all. Okay, so my next question is the experiences. So you share with us your experiences so far. Like, just tell us something. We want to hear it.
I've had so many actually. I've had so many. I was quite a willful child. From my early teenage years to my late teenage years. I was quite a willful child. I'm still stubborn, but not not like that.
Okay.
So when I was living with my mom, we were living in a story building, right?
Okay.
We were living on the second floor.
Okay.
But we all had to wash our clothes, our plates, and everything downstairs. It was a very big house, and there were so many children in the house. So also there were so many age ranges.
Yeah,
like,
so you had
like
people
different
to,
groups and
you
everything.
had your
You see
groups,
those
your
like
campus.
in senior secondary school, those
Yeah,
in junior secondary school,
yeah,
and maybe those of
all
us
those
that were in
things,
primary school or something.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm talking about my primary school and early secondary school days, junior secondary
Okay.
school days. Alright, so we have this pavement. This is soccer actually. They built it like a pavement downstairs. And then when I'm going downstairs to wash clothes or plates, my mom would say, "Baby, don't put both of your legs on that stuff. Just put one leg on it and then let your other leg be on the floor." Alright. But as a child, when I'm washing plate or I'm washing, I found that putting both of my legs on the pavement was much more comfortable for me
For you.
than putting one leg up and putting one leg down. So once I was and then we did our course together in groups.
Okay.
We already had our time. Once it's 5:30, 6 o'clock like this, we are all bringing our plates and our clothes
wash.
downstairs so that we can wash and gist.
Okay.
So once I have started washing and then I've been gisting, I'm so into the gisting and I forgot both of my legs will be on the pavement and then I'll start gisting and everything. Also, there was some place up there where my mom can peep and look at what I'm doing. Downstairs.
Okay.
So she'd have seen that both of my legs were on the pavement and then she just wait for me. When I finish washing my plates of my clothes and I go back upstairs, then she beat me and beat me and beat me. Why must you put both of your legs on that pavement? Alright? What she wanted to do was to tell me that pavement can break at any time. It can rupture at any time and then anything can happen. She didn't tell me that. She didn't want me to die in the pavement.
Yeah, she cared for you.
She cares for me. It's different. I don't want to die, obviously. Nobody wants to die. But when I hear someone else telling me they don't want me to die, it's on a different kind of level. It's a different kind of level. And so I feel loved and like, so somebody really loves me and they don't want me to die.
Yeah.
And that was what my mom got wrong. She didn't tell me that I don't want you to die. That is why anything can happen. Even if you don't die, you can have lasting injuries and things like that. She didn't do that. She just said, "Don't put your leg on the pavement."
No
finish.
Reason.
She didn't say anything.
No why.
Alright, and that is what most parents do. You just give them your reason. You just give them your orders. You don't tell them why they should not do that thing. You have to explain why they should not do it. And once they see your why, once they see your reason, believe me, they will come to understand. If my mom had said something like, "I don't want you to die," that is where I'm telling you not to put both of your legs on that pavement. I'm sure I'd have remembered that I don't want you to die statement anytime I put both of my legs. But because she didn't tell me why, so I just did what I wanted to do anyway.
Hey, that's it. Hey, thank you so much for sharing your experience. So do you have any other experience you'd like to share?
Like I said, I have so many. So many. Another one that readily comes to mind was is when I was still around that age range.
Okay.
And I didn't really like eating night food. Like
You don't
night
like
food
eating?
was, like night food in
Okay,
particular.
okay.
Night food. And my mom would use broom to beat me because I don't want to eat. Look at that instance. Obviously she has my best interests.
Yeah,
But that is not the way to go about it. And this is what most parents do. They believe everything is beating. They are not beating you, they are insulting you. In fact, at some point, I preferred the beating to the insults.
You felt the beating was normal.
You
You've
can beat
gotten
me as
used to
much.
it.
It's not like I've gotten used to. I've gotten used to it, and I also preferred the beating to the insult. Beating is just physical, and that's what parents don't know. Insults go when you insult them, you ridicule them. It goes a long
Deeper,
way.
it
shatters.
shatters.
I preferred physical beating
To insult,
insult.
like
Yes,
deep
and that's what
insult.
parents don't know. These things shatter their self-esteem. If you start telling a kid, there's this Yoruba song they used to say. I had a mother telling her child, "Oh my big babe," like I don't know. For those that don't understand Yoruba, it means that I should have just, while giving birth to you, I should have just raised my legs together and maybe suffocated so that look at that kind of thing.
No,
When the
it's
kids
not even
grow up,
funny.
they'll be like they are not wanted. They start having self-esteem issues because of these
Definitely,
things.
some adults are still suffering
Yes,
from it now.
yes,
like
from those
something that happened
those
from their
things.
teenage years.
So that's what parents don't know. You don't need all of these things. You don't need beatings. In fact, if you have to beat, let beating be.
In love, let them understand.
Let it
that.
be the last option. And even if you have to use physical force, let your love still show in that physical force. It's not that I'm beating you because I'm angry. I'm beating you because I want to kill you. I'm beating you because I want to show you
finish you
pepper.
today.
I want to finish you today. No, not that kind of beating. The kind of beating that says you've done something wrong, you've gone against my orders, and that is why I'm beating you. The correctional beating, not the killy beating. And
You're
that
leaving
is
me
what
with
period.
no choice.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Okay, so another question is, see, I've come to realize that there's some parents out there that have tried all they can over their children. Like these parents are wonderful. They've done a lot to make sure that their children have the best of the best. But there are still some children that are so selfish, and they just see rebellious. No matter. Rebellion, no. They just see rebellion as a way of life. Like they don't just want to understand. They are just too selfish, and they think rebellion is the way. So how can you advise those parents? Like, what can those parents do to help those children in cases like that?
First of all, I'd like to say that when you see selfish and rebellious children like that they can be corrected again because they've prolonged issues. Because they've been rebellious like that for a long time. They've been unloved. They feel unloved for a long time. Their issues has been there for a long while.
Unresolved
issues. And during that time, they got hardened. They are hardened children already.
Okay.
So they commit them in God's hands. God gave them to you. God has their hearts in His palms. Alright, pray for them. Talk to God about them. Alright, and that's
Talk
to
to God about them.
Yes. Another thing you can do is to show love. Always show love. Always. When you show love for a long period of time, they'll be like,
What am I fighting
what
with?
am I fighting with? We can even look at the story of our Lord Jesus Christ, where the people rose up against Him and started persecuting Him, started doing all sorts against Him.
But
He still loved them, still prayed for them. He was still telling the father that the father should not be angry with them. That is because they don't know what they are doing.
What kind of
Can you
love is
imagine?
that? Imagine the prodigal son.
Yes,
too.
and the prodigal son too. So you have to show them love, unconditional love. Alright? Let them know that they are still loved, and the love has the potential to actually bring them back home. It's because their hearts has been hardened. And it is only love that can soften their hearts again.
So let them see that you love them. Show
Yeah,
them that
yeah.
love, like till they are sober and they are like, who am I even
Yes,
fighting
yes,
with?
yes,
Who am I
yes.
wrestling with?
Yes.
You fight today, instead of getting punishment or maybe
Yes, yes,
bad
yes.
talk in return, you are getting, my dear, it's not the good, it's not a good
Yes,
thing.
oh.
I love you regardless.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, who are they fight with? Exactly.
Yes, yes.
So just like the point she made, pray, talk to God about them. Also show them love. It is very, very important. Very, very important. Okay, so my last question is, I think you answered it already, but I would just like you to hit it, maybe 2 points or so.
Okay.
What can parents do now? Like, you've talked about why children rebel.
Okay.
You've talked about what parents should do to. Okay. So another thing is, what do you think parents can do to further build relationship with their children? Because now you've talked about communication, you've talked about understanding, but we can't overlook the fact that some days start that way. So how can they begin to grow these things? What can they begin to do?
All right. So first of all, I'd like to say that it's not too late. Like, it is not too late to start building a
Never
relationship
late,
with your
oh.
children. It is not too late,
No,
alright?
no,
Even
no.
if your children have kids already, you can still go to them and talk about these things. If you know there was a way you raised them when they were younger, and then you know that was not the right way to do it, believe me, you can talk to them about it. If you need to ask for forgiveness for it, you can ask for forgiveness for it. Let me tell you, that discussion will go a very, very long way in raising their own children too. Alright? So it is not too late. Normally you should build that relationship with your child when you're growing. Right? But if you've not done that, it's not too late. You can start talking to them, start asking for their opinions, start gisting with them, let them be your friends. When you come back from work and all your work worries, you can tell it to them. Right? If you've just started doing it, the first time might seem awkward, the second time might seem awkward.
Yeah.
But once they see that, okay, mom is really serious about this communication thing,
Yes.
okay, let me gist her small too. Let me just gist her small.
They'll start
Then when
giving
they give you
small,
that
small.
small gist, and when you encourage
Yes.
them, you rapport with them, they can give you, they'll start giving you in bits. If they give you
Till they start
one gist
giving you
today, by the time they
hot,
see the
hot.
way you accepted it, next week they'll give you two. Like that. They'll be able to talk to you about anything. Alright, another thing parents can do is to set up a weekly talk stuff with their children. Maybe on Saturdays, on Sundays, or on Friday evenings, and then be like, you guys come and gist me, what happened in school, what happened in church, how are your friends? Again, when you're just starting out, it might seem awkward. They might not be forthcoming with information, but as time goes by, when they say they are really serious about these things, they will tell you. And when you eventually get their trust, when they eventually get to trust you with information, they won't even wait till that weekly stuff. Once they have any issues, they will come back. They will come to you immediately. And that is how to do it. May God help us in Jesus' name.
Amen. Wow. She talked about you being their confidant, as in they should be able to tell you anything. So even if you've not had that relationship with them over time, you can begin to build it. See, the truth is, the first time will be awkward.
Yes. Even to the fifth time, I still be awkward.
For somebody that you've never called my darling, how are you? And you say my darling,
Yes.
Mommy, what do you want?
Pet names. Yes.
Mommy, what do you want? Or you say, darling, come. How are you? How are you today? How did your day go? You didn't tell them that yesterday or a day before. They've never heard it from you. So when that happens, they'll be like, Mommy, what exactly do you want? Because it has never happened. So that first time, you can just play about it. The second time, then the third time, they begin to, wow, so Mommy cares about me. Let me give her the information. That's true.
It is just the trust factor. They know you already. They probably don't like you. Truth is, many children don't really like their parents. I saw something on, I don't know, maybe on Instagram or Twitter, and then people were talking about, come and comment if you always thought your parents were not your parents. like the way parents treated them when they were small.
They
They'll be
felt
like,
somebody gave
see,
birth
I
to
felt
them.
that was, they'll be like, hey God, and my parents is somewhere. They feel like their real parents is not their parents that.
They be like, please
Because-
tell me where
yes,
my
exactly,
parents
because
are.
of the way parents have treated them. So they know you. They have to like and trust you as well.
Thank you very much. So I think that's where we're going to be drawing our curtain for the day. Okay, so before we go, can you give us your last words, like any other thing you would like to say before
Well,
we
I'm just going to
leave?
say, call your children pet names. Call them pet names, call them pet. It boosts their confidence, so that when they go, especially female children, when you are calling them my darling, sweetheart, and everything at home, they're already used to these things. So when they go outside and someone is calling them sweetheart, they are not freaked about it.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't cause them to go haywire because they know they are loved at home. You call them those names at home. So if someone goes out there and calls them those kind of names, it does not rob them of their common sense. They still have their common sense intact.
Yeah.
Alright? Another thing is for the male children. People tend to overlook the male children.
True.
Do not overlook them. Even grown-up men, we are just humans with emotions, with needs, with wants. Alright, so I'm just going to say that in as much as you care for your female children, please do not neglect your male children. They need all the love.
Every
care,
child
and
is
affection
important.
too, yes.
The affection, they both need it.
They
The attention, they both need it. Okay, thank you so much for coming. So
Thank
I would
you
like
for
to
having-
parents, you've got two tools. That's one, the relationship tool and the authoritative tool. But we can say to you that the relationship tool works better. The authoritative tool should be used when you've got no other choice, like you've got no option. That
And
child
if you
has
have to use
shifted
it,
you.
use it in a loving way.
Thank you. So that is all for today. Thank you so much for
Thank you for having
watching.
me.
And thank you so much,
Thank you,
Miss
thank you.
Oluwabusayo,
Thank
me for
you.
coming on
It's
the
my
show
pleasure. It's my
today.
pleasure. Thank you.
So
for
you can
having me.
follow her on Instagram at the Price Butcher
Yes,
and at the Meticulous
Yes,
Ushers.
yes.
Follow Hear Your Children also
As
on
well.
social media networks. Hear Your Children, Instagram, Facebook. Our YouTube link is down there, so you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for today. Do have a nice day. Bye.